everyone. So I know I've been gone for like too long, but I'm back with another video and I am going to teach you today about Rainbowfish. So from the last time, I think it was about the guppy pond was the last time I posted, or a betta fish care tutorial. A few things have happened. So that guppy pond actually turned into a goldfish pond. I dug it out a little bit more. It's about 125 gallons now. So it's pretty cool. They're out there hibernating right now since December, so I don't really want to show you guys. I'll wait until about, like summer, around then. I donated the guppies to a science teacher who actually had an empty 90 gallons, so they'll be doing absolutely fine. They just started to overrun everything and they're tropical. I live in New Jersey. I didn't want them to, like freeze. So, that's what happened. I also got a 55 gallon, which I've now filled with rainbowfish, an angelfish, albino rainbow shark, and some rummy nose, who actually have a little bit of a columnaris problem right now, but I am working on treating that. Erythromycin didn't work, so I'm gonna try something like Canaplex, maybe Mixofuran or Furan 2. I have to do a little bit more research on that, so don't take my word for it. But everything else is okay. I have to treat the whole tank. I'm just being safe. It's not being treated right now. It's a little bit greenish because I thought that it was fungus at the beginning, but it actually ended up being like columnaris. But the water's getting better. It's not as green anymore, so hopefully I'll be able to get that can. They didn't sell it at my local pet goods, so I have to go to a specialty store or order it online, so that'll take a little bit, but it seems to be a slow advancing strain, so it won't, I'm hoping it won't kill them before I get it. But I'm also planning on in the future getting, some either scissor-tail reservoirs, harlequins, or cherry barbs, but I think the cherry barbs might be a little bit too much. It might take away from the rainbowfish's color, so I'm thinking just some scissor tails to complement, make sure that the rainbowfish and my platinum angelfish Gabriel, haha, get it? I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but just so that they, pop. So without further ado, let's get into the rainbowfish care, since that's what you guys are all here for, obviously, because whoever's here, I don't know how many people are actually going to watch this, but let's look at the rainbowfish. Alright, so there's just going to be some, stuff, rainbowfish footage going on in the background, because I think it's more interesting to look at them and see exactly who you're interested in caring about and caring for than my face. So here are my rainbowfish. I have a pair of New Guinea Reds, which are obviously the red one, and then the female is the copper, who you see on the screen right now. I have a pair of, I think, which is a pair, male and female, of turquoise rainbowfish, who you'll be seeing, who are the blue ones, obviously. Then I have a pair of Bosemani, which are the blue with the orange tails that you'll see on the screen. That's the female on the screen right now. That's the male. And I also have what I believe may be two females of Parkinsoni. I am so sorry if I said that wrong, but those are the duller ones since they're the most recent. I'm not sure if they'll color up a lot or not. I might have to go out and get what I think is a male. It was just hard because they were juveniles when I got them, and it was hard to tell. But so, yeah, there's my angelfish Gabriel. He's, There's Mac and Cheese, my rainbow shark. Getting a little bit off topic, but he's going to be in the screen for a little bit because I was trying to focus on him, but it didn't. Anyways, so let's get started. So rainbowfish come from a few places. The Boesmanis will come from Indonesia. Some of these will come from lakes in Australia, like the turquoise. But yes, so they'll basically come from a few places in the world, but most of them can, coexist pretty well. Basically, the water chemistry should, water pH should be 6.5 to about 7.8. I use water that's about 7.5, and they all do fine. They're basically pretty agreeable, pretty forgivable fish as far as that. For feeding, like I am doing on the screen, I feed them a mixture of Daphnia, frozen, thawed, bloodworms occasionally, although they are a little bit Fatty, so I would not feed them anything more than, as a treat. I also feed Vibrabright Bites by Hikari, not sponsored, but, you know, any always welcome, even though this isn't a very big account. I would also feed pellets. I'm not 100% sure on flakes, since I've never used really flakes. Anything by Hikari, usually marketed towards, tropical fish, is pretty good. They're really my go-to brand. I even use, their frozen thawed stuff. For behavior, they're pretty rambunctious. I wouldn't put them with super, super docile, shy fish because, they may scare them. They've got spunk. The other fish might not get as much food because they are very aggressive when it comes to food. As you just saw, they all, fight for their lives for it. I have to make sure that the rainbow shark in the bottom, who is a little bit more shy, gets stuff because, stuff won't fall to the bottom if I just... So I overfeed a little bit. So if you have bottom feeders, keep that in mind because most things will not make it to the bottom. They will eat as much as they can. Also, make sure that the food is small enough because they have big mouths, small throats. So you don't want anything to get stuck. As well as making sure that they are going to, have enough room. Usually, I would say, unless you're going for dwarf rainbows, something like dwarf neons, 55, 4-foot tank, maybe, even a 33 long would be good. Just like Steenfod Aquatics, I think, gave me that piece of information. But 4-foot tank is a good starting point. Obviously more is always better, but they are pretty athletic fish. They like to dart back and forth, very energetic. You don't want to put them in a 3-foot or anything really smaller than a 55 to see, them be really happy. Also, keep in mind that the females aren't going to look as good in this at all. Like this New Guinea red, the female is literally just like a copper fish. There she is. Like, you wouldn't go to the store and buy her, but in order to get those really vibrant colors, you're really gonna want the females because they'll, make the males show off. So I'd say at least, a pair, male and female, preferably like a, trio, 2 females to a male, similar to guppies, except, they also will flare at other males no matter, I've even noticed no matter what the species is, whether it's, turquoise on turquoise. My New Guinea red and the Bosemani like to flare off at each other, they never fight too bad. Angelfish, just make sure that the angelfish has enough room too if you're looking to get something like an angelfish. Because he or she most likely will claim a territory and want that territory. And rainbows, they basically just go all over. So you don't want to put them in a tank with a angelfish unless it's good size. They're basically good for any, semi-aggressive. They're pretty fast, so they won't really get in the way of anybody, but you want to make sure that everybody's going to stand up to their spunk and be able to get food and, fight for their food, basically. They're pretty hardy, though. Honestly, if you have access to them, they are a little bit more expensive than other fish, but they are really, in my opinion, worth it. I think they're, one of my favorite fish I've ever kept, and I definitely will continue keeping them. But yeah, just, they're not going to look good in the store at all. They're going to be very dull colors. They're going to be expensive, much more expensive than, something like guppies or, even like low-end angelfish, stuff like that. They're not going to look like a neon tetra in the store with their neon colors most of the time. No matter what, it'll take them about a year, and they will literally probably be the closest you can get to, closest to saltwater, super high coloration that you can get. So I would really, really, really recommend them. I think everybody should try them at least once. They're so fun to watch. They all have such good personalities. They'll beg for food. They'll come up to the glass. They are kind of like a dog. Like my angelfish, you can see they're angelfish, that kind of fish. they're intelligent, but they are a little bit more like analyzing. These guys will just come up to you and be like, hi, 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 I'm here for food, please feed me, I love you, stuff like, I mean, not I love you per se, but we like to think. But yeah, that's my, oh, and temperature. So temperature, I keep it, 75, 78, a little bit on the higher end for the angel and the rubby nose, but oh, all in all, they're pretty flexible. So that's basically what you need to know. They do like some plants. They like some plants. So that's pretty much it. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, it would be great if you could subscribe and like. I'm Megan Floof on most other things, so if you really like it, just go follow me on those. Floof Aquatics, Megan Floof, Instagram, Twitter, that kind of stuff. You can check out my art. But thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll have a new video soon.